Hello guys, it's your boy Kape has Pauser. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. I'm just going to be reviewing Arsenal's 4-2 win against Leicester. I didn't have enough time this weekend to record a reaction session. Let me come and give a nice detailed review, talk about this game. If you're new or returning, you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, smash the like button down below, comment down below your thoughts. New hairdo, I'm looking like Big Steph right now. If you know my guy, Big Steph, he's going to say, hey guys, welcome back to this. I'm joking. But yeah, hit that subscribe button and let's get into this game. So Arsenal faced Leicester on Saturday, a 4-2 win, a game in which I believe was probably one of the best games of the season, one of the best games in the Mikel Arteta era, in my opinion. Looking at the stats here, just quickly before we talk about the game, Arsenal had 75% possession. Considering the fact of the matter that we've had a few games away from home where we haven't had possession of the ball, where we've been, more resilient in defense, more game plan based to try and get the result, which stuff I love. I love a team that has multi faces. I think I miss Arsenal dominating possession, and obviously at home against newly promoted opposition, albeit Leicester, our Premier League champions a couple of years ago. It was good to see us play football, and I think with the expected goals being 4.6, 35 shots, 13 goalkeeper saves, 17 corners to Leicester 0.325 shots, where that goal from James Justin, the second one, I got to give it to him. An amazing goal, amazing finish. Like, I can't lie. Those are the ones as a football fan, you just sit there, even as against your team, and you clap because it's amazing. But Arsenal played excellent. I think as I keep on saying it, Mikel mentioned in the press conference before the Atalanta game that Odegaard is basically Arsenal's identity in terms of how we attack, how we press, how we play. Everything infiltrates through him, and it basically is focused around him and his play style. So now that he's not here, Arsenal have to find a different way of playing. Of course, we have amazing players, and of course, we have players that are quality, but in terms of playing in a different way, a different style, it's going to take some time. I think we saw Mikel trying to adopt that in that Atalanta game at first, to a bit more positionless, rotation type football. But I think it wasn't easy against a team like Atalanta, who are great in their press, who for their own have quality. And in the game of Champions League where it wasn't a must win, I think Arsenal were kind of torn between going all out and reserving our energy, especially where we had City coming up again, a couple of games later. Also, I just think against Leicester at home, where you have more possession, it's easier for you to show this. And I think there was a real positionless, fluid type essence towards Arsenal's play that made me smile, really made me happy. I'm seeing Saka pop up in the central areas. I'm seeing Timber overlap. I'm seeing Calafiori pop up in the central areas, invert. Seeing both fullbacks inverting Timber and Calafiori. I'm seeing Declan Rice pop up on the right, on the left. Here, Trossard and Havertz interchanging. Martinelli tucking into the inside, switching with Trossard in the centre forward position. Gabriel joining the attack. Obviously, Thomas Partey just there cleaning up, especially in the first half. It was lovely to see. And if we look at the first half stats, obviously Arsenal had 12 shots, 3 big chances, 2 goals. Dominated possession, gave Leicester absolutely nothing. And I'm thinking, okay, this is one of those games where we're gonna, be in cruise control, where we're gonna, win the game and come out comfortable. Then Leicester come out second half and they show a bit more to themselves. I think Steve Cooper, credit to him, they start pressing us a bit more intensely. They start taking a bit more risk with their passing, getting themselves high up the pitch. Jamie Vardy winning fouls and stuff, and it was good from them. And they got a goal from a free kick, which I don't think it was a free kick. It was a bit soft. Definitely wasn't a yellow, but albeit. James Justin, I think, got the header and a big deflection of Kai, and they scored right after the half-time whistle. So it kind of rattled Arsenal, just considering how much control we had. And then I think right after the Justin goal, Arsenal, the reason why the goals doesn't really discourage me, even though it's a bit worrying, because I hate the fact that it's only at home that we concede goals. It seems when we're going away from home, we're quite resilient. We don't really make mistakes. We don't have lapses in concentration. But when we're at home, albeit because there's more expectation to be more expansive, I feel like it creates lapses in concentration. When we do lose the ball, sometimes there's just not enough ball winning. I'm not saying there isn't enough, because there's a lot of time there is, but then moments to just stop, a good foul, just stop an attack from really mounting. Do you know what I'm saying? Second half, we think we got the header from Gabriel from the corner, the double save from Leicester's keeper, who I'm going to just check his name now because I don't want to mistake him. He gives a big shout out. Hermanson. What a quality performance from him. David De Gea-esque at the Emirates. That was what it was reminiscent of. David De Gea still gets that, because some of the saves he was pulling out in that game was nuts. But Hermanson was pulling out saves. And obviously he kept them in the game. Arsenal was trying to respond quickly. And obviously James Justin gets the goal. It was across I think Partey could have got out to can't remember who crossed the ball quicker to block the cross. Calafiori could have done a bit better to know his surroundings, but once the ball got to Justin and he hit it first time with the volley, nothing you can do. You can't criticize Ryo. No one, just got to celebrate the player and say quality to you. 9 times out of 10, that ball was going into row Z or going wide. So you've got to give him that when you give him that. But Arsenal, as soon as it went 2-2, were pumping on the pressure. Chance after chance after chance after chance. We had Trossard hit the post. We had Calafiori header saved. We had a Havertz bicycle kick, which the touch that he did, I think it was a Saka kind of shot that kind of got blocked, and the touch that he did to take over the defender. Oh my. Killer Kai Havertz, keep doing that stuff, yeah? And boy, it was just excellent, man. It was excellent. And obviously, in the end, Mikel, I think he kind of took a bit too long to make the changes, to put on Ethan, in which you saw him completely change the game. And then obviously we're probing, get that corner. I think there was a corner right before Trossard. It went over to him, and I think he tried to cross it back into the box. He got blocked for another corner. Then similar corner again. Similar corner again. Lovely back post swing from Saka. The deliveries were amazing. And then obviously Trossard deflected goal, unluckily, but in the dying embers of the game, quality goal. And then the fourth goal, which I don't know why it took so long for him to review, clearly to see Justin kicked onto Kai Havertz, albeit Messi. Jesus went a bit selfish. I would have rather him passed it there. Sterling and Havertz were just waiting for an open goal, but in the end, it resulted in a goal. I don't have time to really complain or be angry at anybody in particular. So there's a couple performances, couple players that I just want to highlight specifically from this game, in my opinion, that I feel like needs to get spoken about, because it just was so good. And one of the first players that I think needs to get spoken about is Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka. That was a virtuoso-esque performance. And because he didn't result in a goal or assist for him, I don't think many people will remember or really appreciate what we saw from Bukayo in this game unless they go back and rewatch the game and understand what was really going on in this game, because that guy was insane. Just looking over at some of his stats that they have on SofaScore, he got a 9.4 rating. This is without a goal and an assist, by the way. So just deep it. He was the man of the match. He didn't score, didn't assist. Bukayo Saka, I can't believe this guy. He averaged, as you can see on screen, obviously played 90 minutes, 0.229 XG, he had a few shots, 8 key passes. Wow. 8 key passes. Wow. I can't sorry, I'm just reading this again and I'm just I just can't believe what I've seen. Like, he was literally our point guard. Like, that's what I'm going to call Bukayo, where everything filtered through him. He was a shot creator, the shot crosser. You're looking at the crosses, 11, 6 completed, key passes, 8, 50 out of 54 passes, 93% accuracy, 102 touches, ground duels, 12-1, aerial duels, well, didn't win any. Possession lost, of course, he's going to lose a bit of possession. Dribble pass 1, 12, 8 successful take-ons. So I think it was a stat about him being the first player to create 8 chances and 8 take-ons in the game, as well as average passing accuracy. The guy was just elite, getting in central areas, beating his man constantly. I think who was the guy marking Saka? I can't remember his name. Christensen, that's his name. He was getting absolutely rantangled, man. Saka is just like, it's interesting to see when we have a team, in my opinion, where like you have it's been based and focused around one player, and then you end up having this, who I believe should have won our player of the season last year, who's our main player, our main outlet, our most consistent performer year after year, game after game in our attack. Anyways, now that he has more face, I hope to see him more centrally. I hope to see him with more touches, being our main outlet, because Saka is unstoppable. Pace, strength, passing, skill, intelligence, he's got it all. And I just want to have a big shout out to him. I appreciate that performance. I was just mesmerized by what he done. Another big shout out from the performance on Saturday was Gabriel Martinelli. Martinelli's been struggling with confidence, as you can tell. He's been struggling with form. In sense of output wise, I think he's been putting in the work. Defensive work rate and some of the things he does for the team is unmatched. And I can see that he's a player that he loves to score. Every attacking player loves to score, especially Martinelli. He first came into Arsenal as a guy that was just on the end of goals, getting goals, scoring goals. That's definitely something that makes him happy. And the fact he hasn't been scoring, he hasn't scored in long, I think it was about 208 days, something like that. I'm happy he's got that out of the way. I think he had a good performance against Spurs. Against Against Atalanta, I don't think anyone in the attack played well. Against City, I think he was probably one of our best players, if not our best attacker. And then he comes in this game, and you could see from that first chance that he missed quite early on, I was like, oof. I was upset that I knew the outburst that was going to happen from that chance. But I was like, he's getting these type of chances in this game. This Martinelli that I know, I'm content. The more chances he gets, because that's all I said. I think I spoke about in my Martinelli video, which you can find in my channel, the truth about Gabriel Martinelli. I think you have to understand that this guy is a player that has a specific play style. Find him in behind where, as I said, Marino, Calafiori gets inserted. So one half of that is already inserted into our team, and you're seeing how Martinelli's benefiting off it. You saw when he got the assist for Trossard's goal, how Calafiori ran over to him. Like, the players love him. The players respect this guy. And I always say that people support, but I'm happy because he had like 4 or 5 shots in the first half. One of them was a good save. They definitely should have scored the first one. The one that he scored is a hard chance to take as he ran away from goal. Good technique. And overall, he was taking on his man. He's just looking more confident. You saw when he scored the goal, you can see, as I said, the weight will be lifted from his shoulders, and you'll see Martinelli. And I don't even think that was the best performance that he can give us or will give us, but I think you'll see a gradual improvement. If that's a result of the competition from the likes of Sterling and Trossard, if that's a result of the camaraderie we have as a team, or just understanding that sometimes with attacking players, they just need a goal to stop rushing things. I can see the similar thing with Jesus. Once he gets his first goal of the season and he kind of calms down, feels like he is contributing on paper, then you're going to see how these guys calm down. So a big shout out to Gabriel Martinelli. I just hope it continues. I do expect him to start against PSG tomorrow, and let's see how it goes. So just continuing off this, I want to just have a word on Youri Timber as well. Youri Timber was out for majority of the season last season with this ACL injury, and he's a different option on the right back to Ben White, but I think he's a quality option. He's a footballer that I just love. Again, I made a video on him on why he's the missing piece, and it might just be the case that he may be, if not, he's not the missing piece, he may be a missing piece. Like, just looking at from Scorecard, they said the most chances created by a Premier League defender since 2016-17, whilst also providing assists. 7 by Trent, 7 by Trent both in 2021 and 23, and 7 by Youri Timber, which means I'm not comparing him to Trent, but if Trent is the only one getting these type of records, and we have a player in our team that can do this, as you say, as they see what they said, Arteta's new secret weapon, hey, that might be the missing piece. I love Ben White. And I love the fact that you have multiple players in different positions to offer you different things, for example. But when you look at what Timber can offer us, both defensively, dual winning, his 1v1 ability to not get beaten, and then going forward, his technical ability, growing up as an Ajax player, we're growing up in the Dutch. I think I don't know if he played for Feyenoord and then went to Ajax, but growing up as that kind of player, just technical ability, the pauser that he has. Hey man, I'm all about pauser on this channel. The pauser that he has and ability to create, like he was getting overlapping, his connection between Bukayo and him was great. Overlapping, playing nice balls into his path, and he was getting early crosses in, a lot of crosses in, and I was loving it. It was refreshing. And a big shout out to him. Who knows if he was here this season? I said it in that video, if he could have won the league, because players that can offer you different things, different solutions, can solve things just based on their own technical ability, do open up a lot for the game, a lot for the team as well. Moving on from Timber, I just want to have a big shout out to this man over here, Mr. Clutch. I call him Mr. Clutch for Arsenal because Trossard can be having a game where he's not too involved, where you could be questioning, where's this guy? Like, what's he doing? Like, where is he? Like, I need a bit more. Sometimes, like, obviously, he's not. When he wears that 19 shirt, he's playing the temperature. He gives you Santi Cazorla vibes. Sometimes he's not there, but in terms of when it comes, in terms of being in the box, in terms of putting the ball in the back of the net, taking your chances, this guy is one of the best in our club, if not the best. Martinelli, great assist to find him. Quality finish, similar to the one he scored against Everton, where it was on the other side. Opens up his body, puts it to the far corner. Keeper has no chance. Albeit he didn't get the goal for the winner because it was an Ndidi goal, but the intent to be there, the fact that he's there taking the shot, the fact that, do you know what I mean? It's just lovely to see. Like, I love this guy. I love all our players in our team. Like, that's why I don't, like, of course I have a preferred starting lineup. Me and Steph, me and myself, we debate a lot of the time who should start, who shouldn't start. But I think when you have got a lot of quality options, players that bring different things, and everyone's kind of getting into form, everyone's kind of contributing, it can only bode well for the team. It can only bode well for everyone. So big shout out to Leandro Trossard. Another great performance from him. I do expect us to start the same team we started against Leicester, against PSG. Then I expect a few changes against Southampton. I think that's how I would do it. That would make the most sense. So big shout out to Trossard. Big shout out to him, just the way he is. And last but not least, in terms of my highlight players I want to highlight from this performance, I got to highlight this man. Or I want to call him a man because he's not a boy. He plays like a man. Nwaneri. As I said earlier, I could argue Mikel could have made a sub earlier once we went 2-2 up, and it seemed that Partey kind of lost his. I think he got probably just kind of dawned a bit physically. The game, he's played a lot of games in the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, considering he went to play double 90 minutes with Ghana as well, 90 minutes against City 10 man, 90 minutes against Spurs without Declan Rice, some minutes against Atalanta. I think I wish Mikel brought on even earlier, because the impact this guy had as soon as he came on. Of course, in terms of output, he didn't win us a game, but I think his intention, his refreshness, his belief, his willingness to run at players, his willingness to make something happen, and just overall quality, I think influenced the whole of the team to increase our urgency and just gave us something different. As soon as he came on, the first action, he's getting the ball out wide, I think from Saka, beating a few man, cutting inside, shooting, forcing Hermanson to make a great save. If that had gone in, oh my god, oh my goodness. Well, on Monday, I think the Emirates will still be rocking right now. Nwaneri is the truth. Go on my ex, I tweet all the time. He is the truth. And I think I put him to, I said I wanted him to start in this game. I wasn't mad that he didn't start it, because I kind of expected Mikel to result to seniority and to reward the players that have been playing in these hard games as well. There's no need to rush Ethan either. We have a long season. It's only game week 6. We've only played 7 games now in all competitions, so it's still very early. I don't think he will start against PSG, but that Southampton game is a game I'm marking and saying, if you're going to rotate the squad, Mikel, because I don't think we have a game midweek next week, but if you're going to rotate the squad, rest a couple players, get some players come off the bench, a game where we should still win with a bit of rotation. I think Nwaneri has to come in, man. He looks so comfortable. He looks so good. He looks like a player that will give us something that we don't. He looks like our only pure number 10, especially us getting rid of Vieira and Emil Smith-Rowe, Odegaard being injured, even though I don't think he's quite a 10. I think just in the pockets, he's strong. He reminds me of Saka, his ability to ride challenges, pause, his ability to in tight areas to still keep the ball, but he also reminds me of Odegaard in the pockets, just silky smooth, and just has a bit more life about him. Like, he wants to take ownership to win the game, and I love players like this, man. That cameo was amazing, similar to his cameo against Spurs off the back of that great performance against Bolton. He's definitely part of the first team. As I said in my video that I talked about him and Miles, who Miles is the number one. Obviously, clearly Ethan's more ahead of him because of the availability and the competition in the position. So it was just lovely to see. It was just lovely to see, man, and a great performance. Fluid attacking football from us. Mikel, Arteta, real credit to you. I think I love the passion that the fans showed. No one. The Emirates was never quiet. What the players were doing, there's a lot of chances. And another day we could score 8, 9, 10, and that's one of those games where the whole narrative coming out about Arsenal being Stoke City and all this stuff. Hold that. That's what we said. Hold that, man. So I'm just gassed. Obviously, we've got PSG tomorrow. I will be making a preview on that game, giving my lineup, talking about a few points. Obviously, PSG is not going to be an easy game. The likes of Brady Barcola, João Neves, who I wanted at Arsenal, just to name a few. So, and Luis Enrique, their manager, quality footballing coach. But yeah, man, it was a quality win. I think people should never underestimate how he played. And until Odegaard comes back, Marino might come back before Odegaard. I think this fluidity, positionless type football, double inversion, high position. There was moments in that first half we were looking like Arsene Wenger. One, two touches. I was just there smiling like one dad, like, my goodness me, man. Just make sure we get the dub. So I'm happy. It's your new hairdo, it's your new boy Kape, shaking the hair one time. Hit that subscribe button down below. Comment down below your thoughts, anything I said in this video. If you're new and returning, hit that subscribe button. I'm almost at 700 subs. And I'll catch you guys in the preview video for the PSG game.